Howdy, hello. Guess what time it is? It's an 11:11 after dark episode because I totally missed my before noon window, and I told myself I was gonna work out off camera, but then I didn't. So I'm here to hold myself publicly accountable. It's a little chilly out here. Not too bad in the Head Hutt. It got nice and warm today, but it's brisk outside. Anyway, I'm just going to do a little stretching and strengthening, maybe a little winding down, maybe a little winding up. I'm not sure yet. And as usual, I invite you to join me to whatever degree feels right in your body. And I encourage you to, at the very least, maybe at least take a deep breath, let go of some stress, flex the spine, flex the arms, maybe shake it out a little bit, do a little wiggle jiggle. If you've been sitting in your chair, you could get up, or if you've been laying on the floor, or no wait, if you've been up all day, you could get down. I had that backwards. You know what I mean. Let's do a couple get-ups and get-downs. For good measure, I should be doing squats, and I have been slacking on those for the last couple days as well. And get-ups and get-downs, I also sometimes call sloppy squats, because I'm getting down into a squat. But technically, no, I'm making that up. But in my mind, in my mental imagination, get-downs are actually all the way get down, lay all the way down on the floor, and then get all the way back up. It's actually quite a bit more challenging than squats, which is what I'm going to do now. But can add a little bit by getting up all the way, arms up. I can breathe in on the way up, and then breathe out on the way down, and then breathe in, come all the way up. You could come up on the toes even if you wanted to get fancy. I don't know how fancy up on the toes is. I suppose it's all relative. Anyway, let's do like 10 get downs and get ups, sloppy squat style, shall we? Just for good measure, a little bit of get the blood flowing. I think that's like 3. 4, I'm going to try to get the breath in there. And 5, come on, you can do it. And 6, I'm not even paying any attention to form, so there's no bar there. I think that was 7, but I'm going to call it 6 again because I lost count. 7, 8, and 9, 10. I feel like I counted those pretty wrong. Let's go backwards from 10 just to be sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, really trying to fill the lungs with air. 4, 3, you gotta sing 3 with me, come on. 2, and 1. One more just for good measure. All right. See, that just goes to show you how quick and easy 10 or 20 squats can be. Do that every day for 10 or 20 days, and even that tiny amount adds up to a lot more than nothing. Most things add up to more than nothing when you start adding them. I know I'm feeling a little silly, which is my favorite way to feel, so that's good. I've been slacking on my qigong as well, but this breathing is reminding me that breathing exercises, filling up the lungs and squeezing the air out of them, is an excellent way to manage stress, let go of stress, increase your tolerance for stress and also activate your immune system and keep your lungs resilient and healthy. So not just in these times, but all the times that's important. It may be more important than ever lately. I don't just throwing that out there. Let's do some more shaking it out. Just shaking out the cares and stresses of the day. The tension in the arms. Let's do a little arm stretching. Left arm across the body, dropping that shoulder. Maybe tilt the head away to get a nice stretch through the neck. Releasing that, and right arm across body, dropping that shoulder, tipping the head for a nice stretch through the neck there. Sappy Cat's trying to pull the door open, but she only knows how to push doors. In her 12 or 13 years of cat life, she has not figured out how to pull a door. It's kind of entertaining to me. Maybe I'll let her in a sec here. But first, let's do some more stretching. I'm going to pull shoulder blades towards each other, clasping hands and then pressing palms together, pulling the elbows towards each other. Let's do a little back bend first, pushing the hips forward, supporting the neck with those shoulders a little bit, and then bending forward from the hip, bringing those hands with me, still pulling shoulder blades and elbows together. Sappy's still trying to push the door open, but it's a pull only. Still. Just wiggling the head a little bit to let that go. Oh, she might be figuring it out. She just gets smarter all of a sudden. That would be impressive. I'm going to twist over to the left a little bit and over to the right. I think she did. She did. That's a day to celebrate right there. Hi, Sap. And then I'm going to release that stretch, bringing the hands down to the low back. Give the low back a little love, a little rub, a little check. Come down the butt and the backs of the thighs. Check in with those hamstrings. Check in with the backs of the knees. Come down the calves. I don't know why my hood's trying to get on me. It's not that chilly. Check in with the backs of the ankles. And then come around front. I'm going to roll up slowly as I check in with the front of the body. Saying hello to the toes. Rubbing the fronts of the ankles, the fronts of the shins. I just like to check in with the whole body. Let it know that I love it and appreciate it. Checking in with the fronts of the knees. And just check in, listening, seeing if there's... Sometimes you run into a sore spot or a numb spot or a point of contention or stress that you didn't even know was there. I'm going to do some tapping through the midsection here, just checking in with all the organs, letting them know I care, seeing if anybody has anything to say back to me today. Nope, everybody's all right. To pound on the chest a little bit, check in with those lungs. Again, that's a really good way to keep them healthy. And actually, if you've got any congestion in there, tapping on the lungs can be really therapeutic for that as well. I'm going to come down the arms first with some tapping and then with some smoothing. I like to tap on the joints, shoulders, wrists, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And on the other side, shoulder. Just dislodging stagnant energy, balancing the chi all through the body. You can kind of check in with some acupressure points while you're doing this, whether you know what you're doing or not. It happens. I'm going to do some clap snaps just to check in with the stiff hands. They're pretty stiff, but maybe not as stiff as yesterday, which is always good. I don't know where Sappy Cat has gone. Off to do cat things in the corner there. Not that kind of cat things. Come on now. I'm going to stand on the right foot and bring this left knee up toward left shoulder. Relax those shoulders. Let's do a little ankle rotation on that side for good measure. I've been sitting on my butt a lot of the day, so it's good to just remember that I have legs. Let's do some medium circles there with the lower leg on the knee. Go the other way. I'm trying to relax that supporting leg, not counter lean too much if possible. Let's do some big hip circles with that leg. These can be done laying on the floor if standing up is too much for you. And or you can use a wall or a doorway for support if you're worried about falling over, which does sometimes happen to me. Happens to the best of us. Set that down and bring my weight onto the left side. Bring that right knee up toward right shoulder. Jiggle out some stress, and let's do some little circles on that side with the ankle. And the other way. I got my work clothes on today. I was going to do yard work, and then I never did, but I dressed for the occasion. Does that count? Probably not, huh? I don't know, do I? I'm going to do some medium circles with the lower leg from the knee. Whoa! Trying not to fall over just from thinking of the cat over there, who has made her way to the bed, like most cats do eventually. Try to finish off those medium circles and then add some big hip circles. Trying not to counter lean or get too crazy while I balance. I'm not a wacky waving inflatable arm tube man, am I? No. I'm just a girl. A silly girl. Or woman. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm going to bring my foot over, or my weight back over onto the right foot. Bring this left knee back up. And this time I'm going to reach for the bottom of that foot. Do a little stretching in the air. Let's bring that out to the side for some more releasing through that leg. Do some smoothing to remind it to relax. Doing some pulls with the arm, and then just relaxing the arm, letting the leg pull the arm, a little stretch in the shoulder, and then pulling up with the arm again, and then letting the leg pull the arm, and one more time, pulling up with the arm, and relaxing that leg, letting it pull on the shoulder. Bring this leg in close to the groin, set it on the supporting leg, swinging this knee back, tipping the tailbone under a little bit for a nice straight line through the pelvis, spine, and abdomen. Imagine my spine hanging from the sky. Imagine myself a strong, silly tree on a mountain in the breeze. Bring those arms up, making sure not to crunch in those shoulders. Let all that go, swing the arms a little bit, and bring my weight onto the left side. Bring that right knee up. Reach for the bottom of that foot. Make sure and relax that supporting knee and foot. And straightening that right leg. For a forward fold in the air. Giving that a chance to unwind a little and bringing it out to the side. Again, some smoothing. Try to remind those hamstrings to release. And then I'm going to alternate on this side, pulling with the arm. And then relaxing the arm, letting the leg pull on the shoulder a little bit for a little stretch. And then again, pulling with the arm. And then pulling with the leg. You can flex those toes if you want to give a little more stretch. And then pulling up with the arm one more time. And pressing through the toes. It's bend that leg, put that foot on the supporting leg, and swinging this knee out, tipping the tailbone under, hanging my spine from the center of the universe, and imagining myself a strong, flexible tree in the breeze on a mountain. Let's bring those arms up again, checking not to crunch up in the shoulders. And bringing all that down, just letting the arms hang. Let's swing the arms to each side a little bit. Just giving a nice casual twist to the spine. Swinging the arms to the left, swinging the arms to the right. Can add a little step back to the left, circle on top, and to the right. Can breathe in on the top. Let go to the left. Go to the right. Coming back to center. Let's just shake that out a little bit more. I forgot to smooth down the arms. I was going to do that earlier. Just literally smoothing the energy, smoothing the muscles, just checking in on the whole arms, checking in on the shoulders, checking on the face and the head. Just letting go of tension, gather it up, and then release it back into the universe to be recycled. Your time smoothing up and over. Don't forget to breathe and smile. Whatever else you do. I'm going to come into a forward fold again with a flat back. This time kind of swan dive down. And then bringing the hands down toward the floor. Bend the knees if you need to get your hands on the floor. And then walking hands and feet apart. Pushing through palms. Up the spine. Tipping the tailbone. Pressing the heels into the ground. My blanket is sliding. I'm going to swing the body forward, bringing the chest through the arms. See if I can move back where I can see me, because you probably can't see me if I can't see me. Lifting the chest, pressing through the palms, bringing the legs together, bringing the eyes up. Come back to a neutral plank position and do one slow push-up. Nice and slow, down, keeping elbows in close to the body. Holding there, and then pushing back up, nice and slow. And lifting those hips again. My rug is not cooperating, or is cooperating, sliding. I'm going to push back through those palms, up the arms through the spine, tipping the tailbone, pressing the heels into the floor, and then walking the feet and hands together. Hanging here, letting the spine unwind a little bit. I'm going to roll up nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. I think I almost broke a sweat there. Now it's warm in this sweatshirt. I'm going to continue on and do my inversion pose a little bit in my work clothes here with my Safi cat. I encourage you to take good care of you. Remember to breathe and smile. Play a little bit. Move yourself around. Do a little dance. It's good to see a couple of you out there. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.